Alright, hello everyone, my name is Shep, welcome back to the Butcher's Circus, and today we are here once again with Dump Truck Flagellant on the background. Do let me know if you have any other background suggestions. I think there was one, but I have forgotten already, so you can put it back in the comments if you really wish to. But today we are going to be playing with a dodge team. So you might be wondering, Shep, what's wrong with you? Why are you playing dodge teams? I know you hate dodge teams. I know you're gonna rage when your characters inevitably dodge like absolutely zero. And I feel like I'm gonna rage because this is a big reason why I don't like dodge teams, is because I go immediately against the Jesuit Battle Ballad. And no matter how much dodge you have, that battle ballad is gonna make a big difference. Unless you're smart and go puncture immediately, but that wouldn't be me. I'm not too smart most of the time. So instead I drop Retribution and allow battle ballad to happen. Like a moron. Today we're playing against Chucken, and they went for the block of white first, so that was also a mistake. They saw my mistake and didn't capitalize on it. They just went Bulwark. They probably thought like, you know, Shepherd forgot, so he'll probably forgot again, right? Yeah, skull emoji. Well, it's not the end of the world. We're gonna drop a big adder skid here on this Crusader, and this isn't just any dodge team. This is actually the Ludic Savant team, so it's a pretty rare one, kind of a rare sight nowadays. It was more common back in the good old days, like almost 3 years ago. By the way, the anniversary is coming up, because everyone was playing the good old basic strength team just with Crusader, Houndmaster, Man-at-Arms, and Man-at-Arms was a very good counter to it because everyone just kept walking into his repulse, and the repulse was quite good. And the other characters also had decent amounts of dodge and all the good stuff. So yeah, speaking of the trinkets, of course, this is a dodge team, so we're gonna run 2 dodge trinkets on the Shieldbreaker. Yeah, it's a dodge team, you gotta have Shieldbreaker. We're gonna run a Jesuit Monkey Spawn finisher, so he's gonna be the finisher character here. Then we have a Man-at-Arms to drop Bolster, which is gonna give us an extra 10 dodge on all the characters, which we really quite want, right? We enjoy it, so we really need that extra 10 dodge to, you know, make sure that at least we can kind of hinder that battle ballad's effectiveness. And then we have an Antiquarian in the back with the Tears of the Lost and the Black Diamond Mirror, so it's gonna make her very good at supporting the other characters with the regen, especially considering there's a past, and it's also gonna make her quite tanky with dodge at max HP. Shep, why is she a very good support because there's a past? Well, the reason that is because against something like a Surf and Turf here, they can't spam Houndseri to apply DOT on me, and the reason they can't do it is because they just keep hitting into the riposte. So having a riposte up is kind of how do you call it? A preventive measure? Oh, that was a good word for this. Like, it's kind of like deterrence. If they try and hit too much into it, they will, you know, they'll definitely hurt, but if they don't hit enough into it, then the rejuvenating vapors will kind of just counter most of the DOT, and it's going to be very, very valuable for your team at the end of the day. So the Man-at-Arms, of course, isn't being played as a dodge character. He does have that dodge trinket, what's it called, like the eye patch? Some Survivor's eye patch, I think, gives him 12 dodge. I honestly don't think that's a good idea at all. Just give him the repulse setup, and he's overall just having a good time. Alternatively, I could be giving him full-on protection, but then I would kind of suffer against the DOT teams because he would die very, very quickly. And he wouldn't really do too much for the team if it was only just a protection bot, so that wouldn't be too much fun. So they're gonna go for a stunning bow, which somehow fails. Oh, they only have 1 stun trinket, well, that explains it. And they fail it and get hit by a repulse for 4, which is an absolute joke, but I guess they do have 55 prot. How do you have 55 prot? Antiquarian used Protect Me on the Crusader. She's used Protect Me twice, hasn't she? No, she's only used it once. Yeah, she's only used it once. She gets 3 uses of it. For some reason, I think she gets 4. I don't really know why, but I always think that she gets 4 uses when she really doesn't. I'm gonna go ahead and click and just drop another Rejuvenating Vapors. We're playing the end game here. We're playing a dodge team. We're being defensive. There's way more dodge teams you can play that are a bit more active than this. You just bring like a Grave Robber in the back, give her full-on dodge trinkets, and kind of make a DOT team around that. Some people like doing that. I honestly don't really like it all that much. I think it's decent, but it's not amazing. And right now I might be going for a finale on this Crusader. I think that's generally a good idea. Before I do it, I'm gonna go for the Retribution crit. Oh no, I should have gone for the Expose first. Apply the debuff and then get the Retribution crit. Yeah, I probably should have done that. This is why you should practice most teams, because if I'm playing Chef Stress, if I'm playing WD, I pretty much know the best move for every single move before I even think about it, especially for Chef Stress. For WD, it's a bit more difficult. But most of the time, like 99% of the time, I'll make a move that makes a lot of sense and that isn't, you know, kind of like what you'd consider an inaccuracy or something. But if you're playing something that you're not familiar with, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. And if you make a lot of mistakes, you're going to lose a lot of matches. And if you lose a lot of matches, then, you know, you're probably not doing something right in Butcher Circus. Not that winning matches is what, you know, what means like that you're playing super well and that's how you should have fun by winning every single match. Of course not, because, you know, for starters that's impossible. And not only that, it's also not the best mindset to just try and have fun in a game that is built to have fun. But right now, going back to the actual game itself, I'm probably just gonna drop a Dirk Stamp here and go Finale. I do believe I have enough damage. I have 11 to 20 with the Jester. By the way, someone went into the Discord server and wrote down all the numbers for the Finale, with the crit as well, with the Reaper Shroud and with the Blood Red coins. So with either of them, all the numbers, without them, like with all the damage buffs, what the crit was, it's they're Jane Moon, they're a very, very cool person. And yeah, they did that. So I'm doing 5 to 9, but I have 45 crit chance. I don't get the crit. I don't get the crit, but I do get the kill regardless, so that's a very, very good outcome for me. You might be wondering, was that really the best play? Just relinquishing your Finale pressure right there? Well, I'm wondering the same thing myself. I'm not sure if I did the best play or not, but I definitely did a play. And look at this, he just keeps going blackjack. God damn it. Yeah. I suppose that if you do have a doggy in position too, and you bring a heavy setup, if you have the blackjack, you should probably use it in a situation like this, right? Yeah, it's not very cool, but it is what we're gonna have to deal with. I'm actually gonna go ahead and drop a puncture here on the Jester, even though he does... Ah, okay. Even though he would have that immediate Finale, he wouldn't have Harvest, so I really doubt he would be able to just deal enough damage to any of my characters, even after potentially like a pretty big Dark Stab on my Antiquarian, which isn't what he's gonna go for. He's actually gonna go Harvest. That's kinda nutty that they decide to go Harvest here. It's a shame how my Repulse really isn't doing that much damage because of the earlier Block of Light, but you know, I can't complain too much. It's still doing reasonably well. Reasonably well. Yeah. If anyone knows Hugh Barino, just going reasonably from Breaking Bad. God, I missed that show. Well, one of my favorites. Okay, Antiquarian, what are you gonna do now? I think my Arbals, yeah, my Arbals is actually named 99.1%. That's actually a Breaking Bad reference. If you hadn't noticed that before, then now you know. The more you know, right? Yeah, 99.1% because their crits are just they're the bomb, right? They are. What is my opponent gonna do here? I don't think I see a way towards victory for them. The thing is, my Man-at-Arms as the last character life is kind of shitty, because a Porcupine Man-at-Arms might be cool, but if your opponent has regen and heals, like, he's gonna be completely useless. So you gotta keep your other characters alive, that's what you're gonna try doing. So I'm probably gonna attempt doing that. I'm probably gonna have to drop a guard here on the Antiquarian at some point, because if I don't, they're gonna go Dirk Stab, and then they're gonna go Finale on me, which is exactly what they can do at this point. They can just Dirk Stab for like, I don't know, like 12 damage if they get lucky, and then they just kill me the next round with a Finale, and then I lose my only healing character, actually. My only healing character. I definitely don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop a Defender here. I'm hoping that they don't do enough damage to the Shield Breaker. That would be very, very annoying if they get like a crit on her somehow, but I don't think they're gonna be going for that. They're probably just gonna drop a Harvest here, even though it's a weird play. I personally wouldn't do it. Yeah, they're just... Can they really sustain here? God damn. I feel like they've been hitting to so many repulses, but I haven't been able to just take them down, and it's very, very weird. It's quite preoccupying. Yeah, I guess I've been getting stunned and rejuvenation and guard and a few misses here and there. But I suppose it does indeed happen. Antiquarian, surprisingly she doesn't have the Materia Passes, but that's the very last trinket you can unlock, so it does make sense. And here comes another Rejuvenating Vapors. Yeah, okay. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna drop the Rejuvenation first, so let's go ahead and do that. and we'll see what we want to do after that. We have to reapply the retribution, so we can do that, no problem. Our boss has a lot of accuracy, 117. That's generally pretty good. Come on, give me a crit. No, 11. It's really not hurting enough. Yeah, it's really not hurting enough. I think we have to apply. Oh, I definitely don't want to move back right now. I have to do a retribution first, that's for sure. Let's do retribution here on this Jester and try taking him out. I'm gonna go retribution. If he goes Dirk Stab, I will go Adder's Kiss. If he doesn't go Dirk Stab, I will expose for enough. There's no way I expose for enough. This is so annoying. Dang protection. You wouldn't imagine protection to be kind of a counter to this DOT team, but they actually kind of throw going for the Dirk Stab into the Man-at-Arms. Not really a throw, but a very, very greedy play, to say the very least. I could go expose, but there's a chance I miss, and you know what? I've missed a 93% chance before, and that lost me a match. So, no, I don't think I'll do that again. I do not think so. Let's go ahead, drop the Dirk Stab, get the 60, and now I will leave that. Now it is all over. I don't think my opponent has too much of a winning chance anymore. So let's go ahead, make a second team, and go on straight to match number 2. And voila, my Man-at-Arms did die because he was just taking way too much DOT, but we did take the W, so let's go on for match number 2. Alright, and here we go for match number 2, once again against SaneTrashed, and there is justice in this world. I actually get to go second. Wait, Sherp, don't you want to go first? You always want to go first. No, not today, I actually want to go second. And look at this, my opponent is playing the exact same team they played, like, yesterday. I think they have made a few changes in terms of trinkets, but still, position 2 Halo comp. Very, very cool stuff. Well, I bet they're regretting it now, because they probably wish they had, wow, double hit. They probably wish they had the battle belt immediately, but since they don't, then, well, I'm just gonna have a fun time. That's exactly what I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna start off with a bolster, and I will admit I'm kind of towing the line of what a dodge team is, because my frontliners are very tanky, not very dodgy, but I still feel like this is a dodge team, because I have a full dodge Houndmaster, so that's cool. I have a very dodgy Antiquarian. I have a Man-at-Arms which drops bolster for the dodge characters, right? And is, you know, overall kind of just tanky. And then I have a Flagellant with Last Breath Collar, so if I am at this door, as long as I'm not afflicted, I will have 30 dodge, which is quite cool. I really don't like how Rapturous removes your dodge by 20. I don't think it's too much fun. But such is the way of the Butcher Circus. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and miss a Harry. Yes, you heard me. I'm gonna go ahead and miss a Harry. The reason I think it's gonna miss... Oh wow, that's really lucky. That's really quite lucky. That is not the RNG I usually get. Usually, if I don't drop a command buff against the Mark teams, I just miss all the Harrys, and it doesn't make sense because I'm the Mark team, and I mean, they're the Mark team, and I am the one with like some amount of dodge. They're the one that should be, you know, having to deal with that. So now we're noticing a problem with this team, which is the fact I didn't bring Suffer. I should have brought Suffer, but I didn't, so instead I'm gonna have to go ahead and do this. Which isn't great, but it's something that I have to do if I want to keep my Man-at-Arms alive, right? At least for, you know, 2 more rounds, hopefully. I have to do this. And they can go for a sniper shot on another character. They can crit me for quite a bit, but they cannot kill me, at least not at not immediately, right? They don't have enough damage to Finale. Thankfully for me, with 1 buff they should have, what was 1 buff? 9 to 16, and they have a little more damage. Oh crap, maybe they do have enough Finale, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Since they're not going for it, I quite doubt it. Yeah, I quite doubt they have enough to Finale. What should I do then? I think I'm going to click. If they pull, can I still guard? Not really. Not really. I kind of have to guard before the pull happens, if that makes sense. Yeah, let's try this. It looks a bit risky, it looks a bit weird as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna pray that the 2 frontline characters can kind of just stay alive together, you know. Both of them just protect each other, maybe I go for a defender, give myself a lot of prod, give myself a lot of tankiness, and kind of just be happy like that. My opponent is going for the Dirk Stabs, which aren't really doing too much to me, so I'm happy about it. And I'm gonna go ahead and just drop Rejuvenating Vapors here. So my doggy has a lot of dodge, so he should not be a target right now, and if he's not a target, that means that the Antiquarian is also not a target. And with Rejuvenating Vapors, I can keep my other characters generally more alive. So they're still gonna go for the doggy, despite... Please don't get the debuff. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. What was the chance that they hit the mark for death? Yeah, it was like a 70 for them to just hit the mark for death, not even, you know, do the funny stuff. Oh god, they get to go first. Oh, okay. Okay, do I... there's a problem here. There's a problem. The problem is if they hit. The problem is if they hit. Look at this. They don't even have the battle ballot, and they're threatening to just win the match on the spot. Because my doggy is, might just get one shot here. Okay, he doesn't. He gets hit. He gets hit, but he doesn't get one shot somehow. I don't know how that's possible, but I'm quite glad that's how it is, at least at the moment. Okay, go for Arena of Sorrows, get one of the bleeds, that's better than getting 0, honestly, and they have enough damage to finale. They could finale my Houndmaster here, they'd probably get it. I'm surprised they're going to finish him, doesn't really make too much sense to me. But you know, it is what they're going for. How the hell am I gonna deal with this Jester? Yeah, how the hell am I gonna deal with this Jester? Because he has finale. Does he want to drop it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to drop finale, let's be honest here. Well, in that case, he doesn't want to drop finale. He doesn't. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna drop finale on you. I'm gonna get the kill with the finish him. Maybe he was just trying to make me go down to 0. How do you even hit a finish him there? What the hell? I have 72 dodge. How do you hit that with 98 accuracy? They went for less than a 30 and got it. God damn, unbelievable. Okay. When you obviously got 2, I have prod, that's not enough. Let's go ahead and just drop a bellow here to try applying some debuffs, try afflicting these characters and all that. I failed a bellow debuff on the Bounty Hunter. Lovely. That's what I get for not running Eerie Eye, running Numbing Instance instead. I'm gonna hope it works and just hope that the Crusader keeps going Zealous. I don't know why my opponent does this, but they keep going Zealous despite having 2 stun trinkets. And now they're healing. Why? Why are they healing? I don't get it. It's so weird. My opponent's such a weirdo. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, I know what I'm doing though. I'm gonna go ahead and drop another guard here. That's 92 dodge on my doggy. And he still has 15 prot and 11 HP, so he shouldn't be the easiest character to finale. I'm gonna go ahead and Dirk Stab into 92 dodge, and thankfully they fail it. And I'm gonna go ahead and drop a Rain of Sorrows, and I actually get one of the bleeds. I'm getting surprisingly lucky today. There is justice in this world. There is some limited amount of justice, some bare bones justice in this world. Bare bones is such a nice word. I don't know why it is, but I like it. So they finally go for the stun. They finally realize, oh, wait a second, I have 2 stun trinkets. I should probably be using them. And they do it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and click here. We're kind of a reactive team. This team, I'm not sure if it has a name. Some people play it. I generally don't like it all that much, mostly because you have Surf and Turf, but you don't have any sort of disruption against your opponents. It kind of suffers a bit. You don't have any disruption. You don't get too disrupted, but you don't have riposte. There's a lot of things you're missing out on to just have this Surf and Turf in the backline. It's decent, but I genuinely don't love it. So yeah, let's go ahead and drop the Rejuvenating Vapors, but it's definitely playable, especially with all this dodge, and maybe if I would have suffered would have been more playable, but honestly I just moved back and I'm fine, right? You don't look at it that way, I just moved back and I'm perfectly okay here. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and click, and as much as I want to drop a Hounsari, I think I need to keep the 9... Whoa! Crit 24 heal. Nice, dude, chills. I want to drop a Harry. Oh crap. Do they have a finale on there? What happens if my Man at Arms gets finale'd? I just win with Harry festering, right? Oh, they might be going for it. I have to Harry now. I get a crit. Good stuff. Yeah, I have to Harry because they might get a kill here on the Man at Arms, and if they get a kill on the Man at Arms, I need to start going bam, 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 bam. Yeah, they're gonna go for the M&A. They're gonna have enough damage. Wow, they roll for 8. That's unbelievable. Yeah, they definitely have enough damage to drop a finale on there, but now I get 2 afflictions on their side without a bleed. without a bleed. We do get one bleed though, so it's not too bad. I've been getting a decent amount of crits for not having Crimson Hug. That's what I'm saying here. So we get a Masochistic on the Bounty Hunter, we get a Hopeless on the Arbalist. Not my favorite afflictions to get on my opponent, especially the Masochistic. I really wish they had gone like Irrational or something, that would have been a lot better for me. But, you know, I guess I'm gonna have to live with this. They're gonna go for the finale, they're definitely gonna get it with a crit too, nice. Not for me, definitely not for me, not too nice for me, but yeah, I just have to live with it, I guess. I'm gonna run out of dodge, but before that happens, I'm gonna drop the Festering Vapors. Yeah, let's do that, do some nice blights, do some very decent amounts of stress to my opponent's side. And this is the thing where if we had old gold, which instead of a flagellum you just have the Abomination, I'm pretty sure I would have won this match ages ago, because with it positioned to Jester, they would be kind of unable to deal with the Antiquarian and with the Houndmaster, and I would just do crazy amounts of stress with the transformation and all that, all those shenanigans. So I somehow actually managed to resist the push here. That's very, very lucky for me, not gonna lie. That is unbelievable amounts of lucky, actually. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go for Drain of Stars. Gonna do very decent amounts of stress with that Jester. Also gonna make sure that Arbalist keeps going closer to 0. And yeah, closer to 0 they are going. These characters are dropping. Not a Crusader though, not yet. He's still fine. So they go for that. I think I will just go for another guard dog here, and just give myself more dodge. Or do I go for a Harry? I kind of want to do both, but I feel like going guard dog here is better at the moment. Just wait for my opponent to have to start dropping heals, and then I might be going for Hanseris if they just stay at this door or something of the likes. Like their best play right now is definitely still to go for the sniper shot, but it misses. It actually misses. Ooh, how lucky. How lucky that it does indeed miss. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the flagellum here, which is risky. It's definitely risky, but I gotta get the bleed over here. And now she's dropping to this door, you're dropping to this door, you're afflicted, Bounty Hunter's dropping to this door. And this is how the cookie crumbles for the damaged player. They are way too late to drop the battle ballad now, I feel. And they are taking a lot of, they have a lot of pressure on their side, and yeah, they missed the stunning blow. I feel like that's a surrender blow right there, but unquote surrender blow. It doesn't make too much sense as a word, but I feel like after failing that stunning blow, that's how I would just notice, like, yeah, no, my characters are all going to the Garbo, so I'm not gonna keep playing this. And this is just a textbook example of losing a character but still having an advantage. This is how you should try playing the stress teams. Even after you lose a character, as long as you've dealt enough for losing that character, you should be having a good time. So I no longer have my Rejuvenating Vapors to drop because reasons, but I'm just gonna go ahead and drop Festering, just go aggressive here. It's gonna do stress, it's gonna get Death Sword checks. I feel like just doing Festering is perfectly okay, because it's also a blight, and the Arbalist doesn't cure blights. So if she wants to keep going aggressive, Festering Vapors Hanseri is gonna kill everything, and if she wants to stay defensive, everything, she's still gonna die, because after a few Hanseris and a few not battle ballads, and a few Festering Vapors, all these characters are still all gonna go away. So I'm gonna go ahead and click, do a Festering, and that's one death blow, very, very good. On the Arbalist as well, perfect. And extra stress on 2 characters, and at this point it's all over. The dodge teams claim a massive W today. Does that mean you should play dodge teams? No, do not play dodge teams, only if you're a masochist. You're gonna play, like, most players at Darkest Rank either have a Jester or a Man-at-Arms. The Man-at-Arms has command, the Jester has battle ballad. You're gonna have a very, very rough time if you're playing dodge teams. A very rough time, because the Man-at-Arms players are gonna use command buffs twice. Not only are they gonna hit you, they're gonna crit you at the same time. So you're really gonna suffer, even if you have the maximum amount of dodge. Even with 92 dodge on Houndmaster, just having 1 dodge tank is genuinely enough. Like, you wouldn't consider Halo Comp a dodge team, even though you have a Monkey Spot Jester. It's just a team that has a dodge character, which is good. It means that if they want to hit that character, they have to drop accuracy buffs, but then it doesn't matter for the other characters. Also, I don't know if the game crashed or if it didn't, but yeah, just having a full-on dedicated dodge team is quite a difficult thing to pull off, but if you are able to pull it off, then congrats to you. So, hope you all enjoyed today's video. It was quite an eventful one with the dodge teams. Do let me know if there's any teams you'd want me to play. Oh, someone's been asking for 4 virtue chances. I've done that. I played WD with 4 virtue chances. Let me know if you want to see that again. It is WD gameplay. I know some people are quite annoyed by it, but thank you very much for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you again another time. Cheers.